Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nonprofit Enthusiasts Alive. I'm your host, Lashina Williams, and I'm so excited to be here with you all. So, last month, in case you all missed it, we talked about marketing and public relations. So, you can definitely go to the guide section of the group and check that out if you missed it. We had some wonderful conversation that you don't want to miss. So, go back and make sure you check that out. So, this month, being a new month, we are starting our topic this month is process and systems for nonprofits. So I'm excited because we have guests that will be joining us throughout the month and sharing some tips when it comes to processes and systems. You all always hear me talk about people, processes, and systems, being able to scale your nonprofit to the next level using these things. And today I'm going to take a little bit of a different turn and talk about dive into process and systems and also talk about some systems that I've used that I found successful. Before I do that, I do want to share that I am going to share some actual systems that I use. So I will be sharing their names and so forth. Know that disclaimer, this is not me doing any type of affiliate marketing or anything like that. They are not paying me to do this. This is just me wanting to help you all just because I know the challenges I face being able to niche down as to what tools I want to use to keep up with my notes and so forth. So just know that when I'm sharing this, and I'm going to also be sharing some other tools throughout the month as well. So I just want you all to know that. All right. But hopefully one day, they'll be sponsoring us, for future lives and all of that. So, all right. So let me go ahead and bring this up. Also, make sure that you stay tuned. We're going to be announcing this month's giveaway. So we announced last week the giveaway winner, Charlotte's Angels of Hope. We're so excited for you all participating in that last month, and we're going to be announcing this month's giveaway because I know last week we had that request for what's next. So we're going to be announcing that at the end. I'll talk about that. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump in. Level. So I'm excited about being able to share this with you all today. All right. So, all right. So this might be you. Uh, Today is going to be a great day. I'm going to, oops, I'm sorry about that, y'all. Uh-oh, I'm doing a little, okay. I'm going to enjoy my breakfast. I'm going to ease into the day by taking care of high priority items. I'm going to check in with the team. I'm going to catch lunch with the donor, right? This is your how you walk into your day. I'm gonna head out, enjoy some family time. I just got all this planned for my day. But then what really happens, right? This is a reality. You have unexpected crisis that comes up, and you have to solve different problems that require immediate attention and resolution. You might be spending your day in a group meeting, or a lot of one-on-ones might just come up. You find yourself responding to a high volume of emails, prioritizing urgent ones, important messages. Yes, I've been there. I know all of this. You have a lot of critical decisions to make about your nonprofit. And then by the end of the day, you're tired. So family time, what's that, right? You might not even have time for that. And then you realize you triple booked yourself. And I've been there. It just happens, y'all. I don't know how, but it happens. So I am there with you. So let's talk about some tools that you can potentially use to help avoid some of these things. And these are tools because whenever I get to this place of the but instead and all of this is happening, I always have to take time out. And sometimes it's literally like a full day to reorganize myself and kind of figure out, okay, this cannot happen again. How can I avoid this from happening in the future? So I'm going to unlock some of these secrets that I figured out that helps me. And feel free, if you have some tools that you found help you avoid some of these things, drop them in the chat. We're here to grow together. Okay. All right. So then you realize with the right system and process, some of the crises that come up can be avoided, right? Meetings can be reduced. Everything may not necessarily need to be a meeting. We hear about it all the time. Some emails or some meetings could have just been an email. The double bookings that you had or triple bookings that you have could have been avoided. The lost communication between your team and you could have been prevented, or not even just you, just in general, overall, those communication gaps could have been prevented. So today I'm going to review 3 tools which are available. Some of these are available through TechSoup. So if you have not checked out TechSoup, go to TechSoup.org. They have some wonderful softwares and even hardwares for nonprofit organizations that can help your organization at a very low cost. And I'm not sharing all of them today, but I know like one, like such as QuickBooks for your organization, you will save a lot of money by going to TechSoup and checking that out. And then another one, again, I'm not going. This is just me, just you know, another one, if you're looking for like mobile hotspots for your organization, you can get that there as well. So definitely make sure you check out TechSoup.org, and we'll be sure to drop that in the chat box so that you can check that out. But anyways, so I'm going to dive into 3 tools today. And again, if you have any, feel free to drop them in the chat and share them. We're here to support one another, so definitely make sure you do that. All right, so this is a tool that I found. So I've been through so much different note-taking systems, and the one that has worked for me has been Evernote, and I absolutely love it. And part of it, I'm going to tell you all my journey with note-taking systems. So I've, yes, went through the journey of using a notepad and having my whole notepad, and then leaving my notepad at home or somewhere, and then going into a meeting and forgetting everything that I had listed. Then I went into electronic notepad system where you scan it and then translate it. Our whole team was using that, and we absolutely love it, and we still love it, and we still use it. But then I found the volume of notes I've had to take and different things I had to write was like increasing. So then that's when I went back to Evernote. So a lot of these tools, 2 of the tools that I'm sharing today, I've used years ago, stopped using them, and now I'm back, right? So Evernote is one of those tools for me. It helps you with note taking and organization. It has synchronization. So a lot of times I might be taking notes from a certain meeting. I need to share it with a team member. I can share it, and then also it's saved into the cloud. I can access it from anywhere. If I leave my computer or laptop at home, I can go on my phone and access it. I left my phone at home. Anybody that has a computer or some sort of technology, which normally I have something on me, I can access it, which is pretty cool. You can use it for collaborating and sharing, web cleaning, clipping, and content capturing. You could create different notebooks within there, and it's just a really good tool to use. So it helps solve the issue of me forgetting my notebook at home, forgetting to upload my notes like I used to do. And it's just all in one place, and I know that I can find my notes here and it categorized in one of my notebooks. So this is a tool that I've found helpful. And if you are looking for something to improve upon your note taking and keeping up with all your notes, definitely make sure you check it out. So some tips is to commit to it being your main note taking tool. And this is just something that I learned over time. Um, Sometimes what may happen is you find that I'm going to use this for my notes and this for my notes and this for my notes. I recommend that you just choose one. And if you're going to use Evernote, make that your note taking tool. No matter where you go, what you do, you're going to do it. Here's another trick. If you love writing, you can do that in Evernote. So you can do it like, let's say if you have your tablet or whichever, and you want to write your notes, you can do that. Or if you're like, no, I still need to write on paper, If you need to do that, which I get it, because sometimes I do need to do that, you can write it on the paper, but still take a picture because this is your main note taking tool, and go ahead and upload it into your Evernote note. So that's just a trick there. And that's where I share. So if you use paper, take a picture and attach it to Evernote. And you could create notebooks to store notes for easy reference. So I use it for every area, even like personal area, or managing nonprofit, the different hats and so forth that I wear. And each of those areas have their own notebook. And depending on what's going on, there's even like a sub notebook for some of them, in some of the areas, and it makes it very easy for me to find the notes. The cool thing, I can talk about this very long, but it does integrate with your calendar. So like when you have a meeting, you can automatically go into the calendar within Evernote, and it'll provide you with a the note for that day, so you can type in all your notes from that meeting. And then when you need to search it later, you can easily just either type in the date or something that you remember, and then that note will come back up. So that's just a cool little tip I want to give you all for note taking. Okay, so another thing is, this was the other tool that I talked about, and I'm sorry that I'm doing all this. Okay, so another tool is Asana. So I am back at Asana. So I used Asana years ago, and now using it, it has been a very powerful tool for us. I feel like our efficiency has grown. But what I realized from when we first used it to now using it, part of the difference is, we weren't using it correctly. And so that's something I want you all to kind of take note of when implementing new processes or implementing new systems. I should say mainly systems. Um, we like to buy a car and not read the manual, right? So that was the same thing with Asana. We bought the car and didn't read the manual. So that's why we gave up on it years ago. And then here we are, we're back. But this time we read the manual, so we set it up the way it was intended to be set up, and allowed it to translate to the needs of what we had. So because of doing this, we got rid of a lot of other tools that we used to have one tool for just communication, purely just communication. Another tool was for project management. Another tool, we had so many different tools that this coming back here got rid of all of those tools, other tools that we use. And then it also integrates with some other pieces, such as the Google Drive and so forth, to help make it an even more powerful tool. So it helps streamline project management, improve communication, and increase accountability. There's a way that you can report to see how everyone's doing on their projects, if they need help with certain things or whichever. And it also sends reminders to everyone on their projects. It gives you real-time updates. It's a really cool tool to look into. Again, this is one of those tools that you can go over to TechSoup for your nonprofit and get it at, I believe, don't quote me, but I believe it's 50% off, which is really good. So definitely go over to TechSoup, check that out if you're looking into a tool like this. All right, so some tips that I have for when using this is commit to this as being your main project management tool. Uh, like if you have something doing similar pieces and you're kind of just sticking it all together, if you're going to use the system, you're going to pay for the system, I recommend that you commit to this being your main project management tool and making that known throughout the organization. Use for main source of project communication, and same thing, because sometimes when it comes to, let's say you're working on, I don't know, the upcoming back to school drive, and you have a project designated for that, and there's certain pieces that you need to talk through, and try to use the system in place of doing an email. You can communicate in that project, so it's in that category. So anytime you have to go back and say, what did we say about this again, it's easy to kind of go back and take a look at that. And it's a great way to check in on team progress and keep up with what's going on across different teams within the organization. So definitely check that out. Again, I am not getting uh this is not like Asana or any of these places did not come to me and say, "Hey, Lashina, can you talk about this?" No, I'm giving y'all some behind the scenes, what's really being used and what I've seen work. Again, I always talk about when it comes to people, processes, and systems, it's a never ending thing. So it's like right when you feel like, oh, I got my process in place, we're good. What happens? You continue to scale, you continue to grow. Hopefully, some of these systems, processes, and people and everything you have in place will grow with you. But sometimes you have to grow your systems as well. So just keep that in mind. It's not one of those things you might end up in here, and then your organization, it may be um, it may be too large to be managed through here, even though I heard large organizations using it as well. But just know that, this is just one of those tools. It may be helpful and may not. And this other tool, right? I'm going to share with you all. I love this tool. And this is more a tool that I use on my own to kind of keep myself together. That is Reclaim. So we hear a lot about AI, and I thought about whether I'm gonna talk some more about AI this month, but we'll see how all the conversation go and then what you all want to hear. But this is a pretty cool. If you're like, I can't keep up with my calendar, I need someone just to manage my calendar for me and get things scheduled for me. And I will say I don't use this alone. So know that. I do use a calendar app that helps me with scheduling meetings in itself, but it is helpful for time blocking. So it helps you with time management, meeting optimizations, automated scheduling, integrations, and synchronization. So if there's things like every week that you do and you block it out on your calendar, but sometimes let's say a meeting may come up, and because that meeting come up, you need to move it to another date, this will do it automatically. So once you add a certain, let's say, a meeting onto your calendar, and on a weekly basis, I don't know, let's say you time block for emails. You have emails on your and this meeting is during your email time, it'll find another time based off of the rule you set within it where it'll schedule your email so that doesn't go missed. So it's pretty cool, and it's better than like me sitting down and trying to figure out, okay, where am I going to put this now? Where am I going to sit down and do this? It automatically looks at your calendars based on the rules you set and you told it, and it'll find that spot for you. It's a pretty cool tool. This one is not on TechSoup that I know of, but I did find out actually they do offer discounts for nonprofits. I believe it's 20%. On their website, they do share information about offering the discount. So if you chose to go that route, you definitely want to check that out. All right, so some tips for using this is create a habit for a reoccurring task, such as like focus time, your emails, add buffer. You can include buffer time. So, like for instance, on mine's, whenever it sees something in my calendar it has an address, it's gonna add travel time as a buffer before and after, so that way meetings don't get booked during that time. Y'all heard what I just said? How often have you had a meeting scheduled and then another meeting comes right up after it and you have to travel from one to the next? So this buffer times blocks and protects my calendar from doing that. I will say it's a really cool tool. If you do start using it, it did take about, because of how chaotic my calendar was, it probably took about 3 to 4 weeks for it to finally like level off and really work for me. And a lot of that was because I already had pre-scheduled block things on there that I didn't allow the app to move around for me. So eventually I did feel the difference in my calendar. And it even shows you the amount of, it gives you a report every week. if you choose to have that report of how much progress you made and what types of meeting you have, so you can really analyze it. I'm just that person. I just like to know where where I spent my time, how I spent my time, so that way we can know if there's areas that need to be improved and maybe there's not. So, all right, y'all. I hope y'all like this. So I know this is a different method for Nonprofit Enthusiast Live. And if you all like this method where it's kind of like a class, so to speak, format, let me know and I can add some more areas like this. I know I thought this would be a little bit different. We did the whole PowerPoint and everything. So let me know, drop it in the chat. Yes, more, more, more. And once we see that, we know we'll try to integrate more of these that kind of go into specific areas. All right, so before implementing a new tool, make sure you explore the features and functionalities of these systems in detail to determine how they align with the specific requirements of your organization. So some of these things that I've shared may not work for organizations. Some organizations have very strict rules where certain systems they cannot use and cannot integrate. So just make sure that you know what that is for your organization. But I just want to share some of these in case you're at a spot of, I need to improve my process. I need to improve my systems. What do I do? What are some ways that I can do that? So, all right, y'all. So that's this part. I hope you all enjoyed that. Again, let me know in the chat box if you enjoyed that. Because if you like that type of flow, we'll try to integrate more of that throughout the months as we go on various topics. All right, so let's talk about the giveaway. So we have an amazing giveaway. And don't forget to do homework. So your homework is, your homework is to make sure that if there's any processes or systems throughout the month that you're like, I need to improve upon within my organization, I don't know where to start looking at what those things are. So that way when you can come to these lives ready to ask questions. We have amazing guests coming on this month. So you definitely want to take advantage of this time as this is our theme for the month. So for the giveaway, again, we have an amazing giveaway for the month of July that combines style and the opportunity to make a difference. Our prize includes a stylish black or white Ask Me How We Can Change Our Community. And I do wear this shirt out and it does spark conversation. I've had people ask me, well, tell me how. And that's a perfect opportunity to either talk about your organization or talk about some of the things that you're doing and how they can get involved. So you're gonna have a chance to win this fabulous t-shirt in black and white, whichever color you choose. And if that's not enough, we're also throwing in a $25 gift card for Walmart, Amazon, or Starbucks. Anyone that you choose. How cool is that? And so let me tell you how you can participate. It's simple. All you need to do is invite 10 of your friends to join our Facebook group, and that's it. It's that simple. So all you got to do is go up to the invite button in the group, click on it, and click on 10 members, or not members, I'm sorry, 10 of your friends that you think will benefit from what we talk about here in the Facebook group. And that's it. It's that simple. So you have until Wednesday, July 26th at 11:59 to do this. We'll make sure that we drop more details and this information that was shared in the group. But guess what? Because you're on the live, you've heard it first. So definitely take advantage of and make sure that you participate. We'll drop the information in the chat. We'll drop it in the group as well. So definitely check that out. And we're excited and look forward to continuing to grow the group because we're much better together than we are alone. All right. So that's all that I have for you all today. I hope you enjoyed this session. Again, this month, we're going to continue the conversation on processes and systems for nonprofit organizations. We have wonderful guests coming on this month. You don't want to miss it. If you want to go ahead and RSVP so you can get the alerts for future ones of these segments, go ahead to the events section and you could pick and choose which ones that you'll be joining. And of course, you can always catch us on replay. Just drop a hashtag replay so that we know that you joined us. All right, everyone. So I will see you later. Bye. See you next week.